Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to draw leg muscles. So we're going to show the leg muscles from the side. We have other videos in which we have highlighted leg muscles, but so this is like slightly different. So let's get ourselves going with a leg. So very light strokes. So knee and a slight, it could be a straight line, might as well be just a straight line just as a guiding frame. So knee is about there, that's the lower leg, and that will be the foot. If we focus on the foot at all, our focus is on the leg and the composition of muscles that make up the upper and the lower part of the leg, seen from the side angle. So instead of going into detailed anatomy, let's just put down a fairly I guess like fit leg. So like that, and come in with this curve here, and we can come back like that. Slight smaller curvature here and more over here, and of course I think most of us are knowledgeable about why we are going about this way with the leg, and we'll just put the foot down there. So what we have is, so if we can just nail certain aspects of the leg, we can make this a little thicker if we wish. Mostly it is, sometimes it isn't. It's like a more streamlined athletic leg. Sometimes like they're fairly like striated thighs, but conventionally this is the shape we are looking to achieve. So the heel is somewhere here, so the ankle, sorry, is here. So these are some primary things that we need, and then we go into some additional detail. So we will start off with the extended quad, which would curve right about here. Conventionally it would go back a little bit, so it's just some crosshatch will actually work in this case, and we can always like refine the sketch on our own terms later. So that is running pretty much into the knee. Sometimes it shows very sharp if it's like really built up, like bodybuilder proportion quad, it really shows. And then we have what we call the quad. Also think that portion referred to as the vastus exterior, but again we are not going into the detailed anatomy. We are just trying to put out a sketch that works with some muscle into the frame of the leg. So the back of the leg, so let's say the light source is just coming right from above, would probably be highlighted along those lines, depending on the skin tone, of course. And then we could always like just fade out with the slighter crosshatch. And what we have here is, so we have, so right here we could highlight this muscle here, for instance, if we want. you want to like add more detail. And the let's say like the it's going, so that is the fibula. Going right in. And we have what we call the tibia right around here in the front. And you could highlight some of that. And again, you could take your time about this, because leg much more complex than the arm when it comes to muscle structure. And then right beside that we have the extensor that gives the leg that additional shredded feel that goes right into the fibula above, or fades into it anyways in certain cases. Depends on the development of the leg. And then we have the calves. So the scientific name, quite like complicated, but there's an external head and there's a inner head. So this is the outer head that we are looking at from this angle, and just highlighting this much, or from this angle, if let's say that we are looking at the leg from slightly from behind, so then a portion of that could actually show like that. So we could have the internal right there, and then the separated external head going like that. You could also Google like these images, and they're all around, and you'll find something very similar along these lines. And then we have the peronins beside the extensors, if we want to highlight those as well. Otherwise, we could just touch upon it very ever so slightly, and every muscle group that we choose to touch upon gives the leg that additional dimension. Let's get that back where it should be. Okay, and then of course we have the outstretched fibula, like running behind, coming, meeting the apparatus right here above the ankle. So they're all intertwined muscles. If we were to open this up, they are all intertwined muscles. So, and then of course the patella right here, or this whole area we also refer to as the kneecap. The fat ligament of the patella, like right below the patella above. And some of those features can also be utilized to give that additional dimension to the leg. Now, every leg, and we do say this and repeatedly in our videos, and that's how it is, that human anatomy is dynamic, and from person to person, the level of development, the beauty, the grace of the structure, of the depth varies, and we have to keep that in check when we are, especially if we are trying to base the illustrations on a certain model. But usually around those lines, so we put the tones in unconventionally as well, because so if there was a light source coming right from above, yes, this area would be darker. Areas that are away from the light source, of course, darker. And areas that go below, for instance, the shin area, as we refer to right here, from that particular angle will all be darker, with the aspects of the muscles, bulges highlighted to give that separation, that feel of separation. And there we have it. So, excuse me, drop something, but so there we have it, a quick sketch of muscle structure in the leg as seen from that side angle. Please do check it out. Essential practice and exercise for anatomy of the leg. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, keep in touch, have yourself a wonderful day.